A dormant shell company which has been flagged for deregistration by Australia's corporate regulator is being used to fuel new attacks on Victorian Liberal Senate frontrunner Greg Mirabella. The Wangaratta-based farmer is said to come under fire over his links to the company, Global Enviro Pty Limited, as the party's contest to replace former Communications Minister Mitch Fifield threatens to be overrun by bitter factional feuding and mudslinging ahead of next Saturday's pre-selection. Mr. Mirabella and Sarah Henderson, the former federal MP for Corangamite, have emerged as the two frontrunners in the neck-and-neck race for the casual vacancy after Mr. Fifield resigned from Parliament last month after his appointment as Australia's next ambassador to the United Nations. Mr. Mirabella's factional enemies, who are said to be growing increasingly desperate, have seized on revelations the Australian Securities and Investments Commission has begun strike-off action against the company, of which he is a director and minority shareholder. Tim Hosak, a former director of Global Enviro and shareholder, said the shell company had never traded and ASIC had only commenced strike-off action because one of the blokes forgot to pay the bill. That has been paid now. End of story. It shouldn't be misconstrued into anything it isn't, Mr. Hosak said. Ms. Henderson was the early frontrunner in the contest off the back of high-profile endorsements from Prime Minister Scott Morrison and Treasurer Josh Frydenberg. But the race has deteriorated into a proxy factional war, with the rearguard action of branch members now rallying behind Mr. Mirabella. He is understood to have the support of between 220 and 250, about 45% of the 550 delegates who will vote at Caulfield Racecourse. His backers believe the Senate vacancy was orchestrated to return Ms. Henderson to Parliament after she narrowly lost her Geelong-based seat to Labor in May, and say her strong support from Canberra has alienated the party's grassroots membership, who regard it as their right to choose Senator Fifield's successor. Ms. Henderson is estimated to have between 150 to 170 votes, with both campaigns likely to rely on winning support from other candidates as they drop out of the race. Conservative candidates Kyle Hoppett and Inga Pulik are estimated to have about 50 votes each. Other candidates include Chris Cruther, mental health advocate John McIsaac, an African-born public health expert, and academic Mimi Watts. Ms. Henderson, who is based in Barwon Heads, is understood to be struggling to win support from many regional party delegates because of her previous outspoken opposition to the live sheep export industry during the last parliament. Conservative factions are also struggling to back her because she was among a group of MPs who voted to oust former PM Tony Abbott and install Malcolm Turnbull in August 2015. Mr. Mirabella's backers are blaming factions traditionally aligned with former party president Michael Kroger for the attacks on him, which they say shows they are becoming increasingly desperate. They went out early for Sarah, and now they are doing everything they cannot to embarrass themselves and the PM who they appear to have assured she would win, one Liberal said. Those close to Ms. Henderson say she is not reliant on Mr. Kroger's support in the race and has broad endorsements from across the party, including former premiers Jeff Kennett, Ted Baillieu and Dennis Napthine. Neither Ms. Henderson nor Mr. Mirabella would comment on Sunday, citing party rules which prevent candidates speaking publicly during a pre-selection contest.